Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron 4. Here today, we're going to be starting episode 4 of my Vikings campaign. So guys, if you still are enjoying the series and would like to see more, the best way to ensure more content is to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, but let me know in the comment section down below where you would like me to expand and conquer for this series. If you're not enjoying it, feel free to leave a dislike. However, let me know alternatively what other strategy games you prefer for me to let's play instead. I'll put in the description below the mod I'm running so you guys can download and play along with me. It's the 3rd of September 1944. In today's episode we're going to be fighting in China and wrapping up the Allied War. We currently have... Okay, let's go through my army composition. So, we currently have Fitzurk over in the Indochina border, pushing into the Raj. We have Ivar the Boneless as well. We have Fitzurk pushing into northern India, into Delhi. We have Uba currently in the east as well. And then we have Peter Walker helping us out. We've got defending garrisons in Italy, of course, and in the United States. At the moment, this is what we currently occupy as the Vikings. We have sort of Scandinavia here, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Iceland, Greenland, Newfoundland, America, Canada. We've got Italy, Germany, France, Belgium, UK and Ireland as well. Huh. Do the United States own that? The Isle of Man, or maybe that's the Isle of Man. I can't remember off the top of my head. That's quite funny. Rightio, so in today's episode, we're going to be pushing against the British Raj and wrapping up this Allied war. We are currently still in the Great East Asian Cooperation sphere. Japan has fallen to the French, and I'm really the only last power that stands for either side, really. Comintern's quite big. Axis are actually have come back a bit. Spain has joined the Axis along with Bulgaria and Iran, Iraq and Afghanistan. That's why the Soviets are at war with them. So there's a Comintern-Soviet war, which is interesting. But apart from that, it's really just the Vikings. We are a part of the Great East Asian Cooperation sphere. I will be leaving that and joining my own faction. Because I betrayed the Axis, really. Yeah, am I better off to join it? Nah, not really. We might as well just sort of stay as we are. Wars-wise, this is how the war is shaping up. So I'll go through all the wars that are currently going on. The British-American War. Look how... the Japanese-American War, sorry. Look how many men have been lost. We're currently sitting in 25% in favour of the defenders. The Allied forces have lost 8.2 million, and we've lost 1.7. Looking at our casualties, Japan has capitulated with 1.5. For the Allies to win, they have to knock out me, which is definitely a harder task than what you'd think. The Free Empire here, Chinese Empire 6k, Manchukuo 1.6, Vikings 2.4, Siam is now in the thick of it, Peru's lost 500,000. We've lost a decent amount of casualties, 2 million. The Brits only lost 183k, the Raj has lost 3.4, so nearly taking up like half of that 8. A third, more or less. Free France, 800k. The Dutch East Indies, 500k. The United States lost 1.6 million. 2 million casualties just from me. The Viking Scourge. We're still fascist, of course, with Bob White. And we're going to be continuing on in today's episode. We've also got nukes as well. Construction-wise, we have reactors. We're currently making a nuke every 20 days. We've currently got 5 in the bag. And we're going to rain fire and death upon the Indians, the British Raj, here today. So, we should be able to have air supremacy. No, maybe we're down in here somewhere. Oh, here we go. We're still battling it out by the look of it. In Delhi. But we are going to be able to drop some initial bombs into this region. Regardless, boom, let's drop the first Viking nukes. So we've actually got active Viking fighters in China, which is absolutely crazy. Okay, we want to go with some more rubber. The only time did the Vikings ever make it to China? I don't think so. The closest thing I can think of, I believe there is a famous Chinese city that was actually founded by the Swedes. It starts with a G. I think it might have been I can't even say half these names. It might have been... No, it wasn't Qingdao. It was... I can't remember. Guangzhou, I think that's how you say it. That could have been it, or it might have been this one. I have a feeling it was higher up. Let me know in the comments, guys. I'm sure some of you will know. But anyway, we've just dropped our first one. The atomic bombing of Mandalay. Okay, right. The atomic era has truly begun. Boom chakalaka, motherfucker. Welcome to Valhalla. So we're really pushing now on the west here. We've pushed over the Alps. The British Raj are exhausted now, seeing as they've lost, what, 3.8? It took me so long to, like, progress through China here. A lot of units are being tied up down here with Siam. I had to call them in. They actually weren't in this war, so a lot of them have pushed off their border. We're hammering through here now. We're doing quite well. So, we've got lines circumnavigating... Oh no, Over the Boneless is injured. Circumnavigating the Indian subcontinent. We've got to push south through here. Push through here as well. But yeah, for us to win this, we just need to take out the British Raj, and they need to take out myself. We're going to be able to divvy up all this land. Colombia, the British Raj. So I'm just sort of seeing who gets sort of what, because my wars have been tied up for this. I took the UK, France, England, of course. We managed to take Canada and the States. We are doing a decent amount of work here in China, but it's going to be, sorry, India, but it's going to be primarily for the Japanese, I believe. But I will be leaving the Great East Asian Cooperation Sphere at the end of it, even though I'm doing most of the work and heavy lifting here by the look of it. Oh, maybe I am doing too much. Japan has capitulated. Maybe I should be taking more of this for myself, but it's just that casualty rate is so high. Oh wow, we're just hammering through here now, even without air support. We've taken Delhi, we've got the north under our control. It's really Manchukuo here. Look at these, look at so many divisions. We're pushing alright, but it's Manchukuo's massively helping me out. 1944 now, towards the end of the year, and we're really just snowballing at this point. My doctrines are coming in quite well. Mexico declares war upon Honduras. There's some more sort of engineering sort of stuff and production that we can go down. My manpower is not looking too bad, 430, and the British Raj are at they're really close to capitulation. Oh, we can drop some more nukes here by the look of it. Maybe hitting some of their crucial naval ports. I can't tell exactly where their active fighters are. You are better sometimes to hit air carriers. Oh, Siam's being destroyed. Look how many units are being tied up here in the south. But they're being so foolish as to not see this one. Oh, what's happening here with Uba? Okay, taking all the territory there. Well, swing down here, Uba, and I want you to go down and take out these units. So yeah, go, 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 Gadget. How well is Fitzurk? Fitzurk of India. I like the sound of that. Afghanistan has capitulated now. Still need to focus on where I want to sort of go down. So Afghanistan has capitulated to the Soviet Union. I reckon there's probably maybe 1-2 more episodes. Oh no, Siam has capitulated for this series. We'll be able to finish the barrage in today's episode and wrap up the Viking, the Chinese, our war. It's interesting how that combined and kept them in. Like, China, man, if they didn't have me, the Allied forces would basically have China. Because Japan got fucked so quickly on. Here we go. We're really pumping on the pressure of them now. Come on. Maybe we can drop some bombs into East India. Oh, here we go. We're going to be able to rain fire and terror. Oh, in the north we are. Let's bomb Calcutta. We've got them now, the Raj. They've just been fighting for so long. Like, look how many men they've lost. The most out of this entire campaign. 4.8. And how many have I killed? China's killed 1.2. Japan's killed 1.2. Vikings 400k. So I've come and sort of put the nail in the coffin. By the look of it. They still seem to be holding out here. I just need to keep an eye on my manpower. My political power was hammering up as well, which is fan-bloody-tastic. But we've got it. I'm just trying to think now how to evenly divide this up between two. We might take a bit of Asia, as we are doing significant work here now. But I'll try and make it as best as I can. Mostly Japan's going to get this because they have puppeted primarily most of China. Look at this! We're just hammering through. The mod is a little bit bare bones in some aspects, especially with like the flag, so it bugs out. It looks like there's a bunch of Japanese forces here. These are actually my own Scandinavian Viking forces, if you would look closer. Come on, we've nearly got them. We've got them on the ropes here now. 81%. If we drop a nuke on somewhere, I reckon it's GG. It's G fucking G. There we go. Welcome to Valhalla. Woden. Woden awakes. Thor sending his thunder nukes from the sky. What isn't how the capital? Look at this. We've just got them. But you got to give it to Manchukuo. Look at this. They have had the tactical awareness to push with me. The Chinese Empire here. Yeah, so if I click on Japan, who do they have as their puppets? A lot of China here, yeah. I'll try to divvy it up where I can. I can't underestimate their losses. But I can't undervalue my contribution to this war as well. But that's it. The Allied forces are basically gone and done for. There's no way they're coming back from this. I'm not being navally invaded anymore, which is great. Even though most of Africa... Yeah, you can see most of Africa and Southeast Asia, Australia, is under Allied control. They've still got decent units, but I just think they've just run out of manpower now by the look of it. Bangalore, push for it. Yeah, I think, yeah, look at that, 4.10. They just lost too much manpower. There we go, the British Raj has capitulated. Oh, wow, that was really low equipment there as well. And that's it. The Treaty of Addis Ababa. Alright, so, man oh man, we have the decision to divvy all this up. The United Kingdom, the Dutch East Indies, Colombia, France, Luxembourg, Belgium, Netherlands, Ireland, Australia, Canada. New Zealand didn't fight. It is untouched by the winners. No demands can be made against them. Those cowards. Philippines, South Africa, United States, and British Raj and Malay. So as you can see here, this ally, like basically the Chinese Allied War, the Japanese Pacific War, and then my wars here against the UK and France have all been sort of lumped up together into this massive one. I'm using a player-led peace conference. The mod will be linked in the description below. So it's going to allow me to take all the war score from the game, and I will divvy it out personally. I personally believe it's just better. It avoids so much border gore. It avoids puppets to galore. Like, for example, if we allowed now the Japanese to take what they want, they would puppet the Raj, they'd puppet all this shit. I'd rather just give that to them, and so they become a stronger kingdom. And it avoids border gore, because sometimes, like they might puppet the Raj, but then they'll take, like, fuck-off territories near Afghanistan. I'd rather just divvy it up myself, but at the end, but in the same boat, player bias definitely comes into account. Okay, let's start divvying things up. I've had a little bit of a look where I want to go, so I basically want to deal with Europe and Africa first, then we'll deal with Asia, which can be a little bit more complicated. So, first things up, I want to give myself the entirety of the UK. All their territories. I don't particularly want to puppet anyone. I want to take those African territories as well. I think all of it should be put under Viking rule. Boom. That's all mine. Free France as well. We took France, and we're going to take their African territories as well. So, let's go with Free France and take all of it. However, France does have territory within Asia and in Africa. And in, yeah, no, Brazil. Okay, right. There was some African fighting here with Peru, because I'm going to give Peru Colombia. But there might have been some fighting in the nuts, right? So basically, I'll take this out though of that equation, because I'll probably give that to Thailand or something, Regardless, we'll take Free France for the Vikings. Boom. Okay, moving on now to Ireland. Ireland is definitely on that as well. We'll take Ireland. The Netherlands and Belgium is now mine as well. Luxembourg. Okay. Boom. Is there stuff down here in the Congo and stuff? No, not overly. So we've still got Australia, Canada, Philippines, the Americas. Right. Okay, so let's take Canada then for myself. I did that. The United States as well. I'll take all of that. There's not like too many big island territories. I wasn't sure if the Philippines was like lumped in there or something. Alright, let's take the States. Okay, let's divvy up Asia now. Japan, even though they lost, they did take China. I guess that doesn't really factor into it, but they were at war with the Allies, and I do want to sort of help them out in this war. But to be fair, maybe I shouldn't, because it was mostly just the Chinese that were helping me. Japan had fallen off the radar. Look, you know what? I'm going to be kind. I'm going to give them the entirety of the Dutch East Indies. Oh, whoa, that was a close one. I needed to click on Japan then. I want to give them... that was a close one. I want to give them the entirety of the Dutch East Indies. I also want to give them the entirety of Australia and New Guinea. Now, where do I want to go? British Malay, the Japanese can have as well. The Philippines, they can have that as well. So I'm giving them what they wanted. They're going to get the entirety of Southeast Asia, which I think is pretty fair. I'm going to give Thailand their country back, essentially, from Free France. And then we've got to deal with the British Raj. It's going to be a tough one. We've still got Colombia, South Africa, and the Raj to divvy up. Look, I'm happy to take basically this. They can have Calcutta, Bangladesh, and all this sort of here. So, should I just straight up give it to Japan? Probably. I think we should just give this to Japan. Give this all the way up here. That's a little bit too encroaching. I want to be fair to... oh, maybe not. Maybe just that. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Give that to the Japanese. I will take the rest of the Raj. And then that leaves South Africa. Should I give the Japanese that, or should I take it for myself? I think I'll take it for myself. Right, and then we've got Colombia and Peru. So where's Peru? You can have the entirety of Colombia. Boom. I think that's the peace conference there. Japanese have come massively out of it with Australia, Southeast Asia, Siam. They've got a nice bit of India. I probably was. You could argue it either way. The thing is, they lost. They capitulated. It's the Chinese that did most of the work. It wasn't fucking Japan. They lost, but they did lose a lot of casualties. So maybe it is more so fair. That's what I've come up with. It's only a bit of fun anyway. Peace conference is over and calculating. So there we have it. You're most talking to pause and have a look at this. Wow, okay. So, here is what the Vikings currently occupy. We are still in the Great East Asian Cooperation sphere, but I will be leaving that, I guess, once we get rid of Comintern. Holy crap. How's our trade looking? Look at that, man. That's just insane. We have the entirety of Africa now. Look at that. The Vikings in Africa. We've got a lot of Asia there in India. But what else can we sort of do in today's episode? Nothing overly too much. 28th of February 1945. The Axis still lives in the form of Spain, Bulgaria, and the Middle East. I'm actually not too fussed about the Axis. I went to I wanted to hit Hitler, just for being an opportunist. I'm actually fascist myself at the end of the day. Well, look, you know what? Unfortunately, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you had a blast watching this episode as much as I have. So, episode 5, in the next episode, we're going to be going straight after the Comintern. I imagine we're going to hit from Germany. That's probably our best bet. push through the Soviet-occupied territory in East Germany, push through Poland, Poland strong, then straight into Moscow. It does look like the majority of Soviet troops are currently preoccupied with this war. They need to knock out Spain, so they're still going to be fighting here. Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran have fallen. Wow, a little bit of casualties here for either side. But they're a little bit preoccupied, so I'm hoping it's just been like swarmed down here with Soviet troops. Rightio. So that's how Japan has come back. Japan has come back massively in this. From being capitulated to being the kings of Southeast Asia. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Unfortunately guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series. And if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys would like to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below. Maybe you can pick up a strategy game you haven't picked up just yet. Maybe Hearts of Iron, maybe Crusader Kings 2, maybe a Total War. Check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below for cheap and reliable games. I do recommend going and checking out the prices even. There's some really good prices on there. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Really close cinematic shots here, pushing through the bridge. Oh, look at... That was probably the shot of the video there.